actor playing Molly Rush, and the actor playing Bill Rush. And there's a third actor who plays Daniel Berrigan. And that actor also plays all the other roles that happen in the play. I think I probably became a playwright because I love writing. I love dialogue. I have a good ear for dialogue, and I love character and the way people speak and what they say by not saying what they're saying. Subtext, I guess. So part of the fun and challenge for me in writing this was imagining all the other characters that were part of the story, who maybe were not as fully developed in the book as Molly and Bill. Some of them were Molly's siblings. Molly's sister Joanne is in the play, and her brothers David and James. Her son Greg makes an appearance, and Linda also. And the second act really kind of takes place. It was mostly the trial, so the judge has a good part in it. Then, in my research, I saw a movie. It might have been called Hammer of Justice. Martin Sheen played the role of the judge, so I kind of had him in mind when I created that character. Another supporting character, and this will be probably the last excerpt that I read, is the security guard at the GE plant, who was surprised by the appearance of the Plowshares 8 when they arrived on his watch. And this scene is it begins sort of being narrated by the security guard. For 22 years, I've been in charge of the ingress and egress of personnel and authorized visitors to General Electric Building 9 Reentry Division. That means my job is to open and close doors. At the beginning of my midnight shift, on September the 9th, 1980, I locked the doors. An hour before the end of my shift at 7 a.m., I opened them and monitored the ingress of personnel coming in and the egress of personnel going out, investigating any suspicious packages and checking that all personnel are wearing their proper identification badges. I sent employees who worked here for 30 years home for not wearing their badges. What good are they if you left them on your kitchen table or in the glove box in your car? Go get them is what I tell them. I was a Navy man in my day, and I run a tight ship. There are signs as big as day posted right at eye level when you walk in. Authorized personnel only. Anyone who knows how can read them. On the morning of September 9th, at 6:55 a.m., a few seconds after I unlocked the front lobby door, and as soon as I sit my ass down on my stool and open my newspaper, his father, wearing a collar, walks right up to me. He's waving something in my face, a pamphlet of some kind. I am Father Carl Cabot, he says, and this is Sister Anne Montgomery. And before I know it, right behind him were 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 other people pushing their way into the building like a stampede. I grabbed the last one. Hey, stop, right there. You are unauthorized to enter. Freeze. The security guard reaches for Molly. Molly says, to beat swords into plowshares, the hammer's got to fall. What? Hey, I just told you, you are unauthorized to enter these premises. A man of my courage is never afraid, but when I hear this clanging sound, metal against metal, like 50-gallon drums being pounded on, it goes through me like electricity. What the hell is going on here? He chases Molly down a corridor and finds her poised with the hammer raised above her head. Drop your weapon. Molly says. The room is lit, bright like a stage. There are 2 nose cones sitting on a table like they're waiting for us. One is golden, with finely spun, spiraling grooves going around it. The other is a dull, lifeless black. I'm surprised at how small they are, how ordinary. Each one of these upside-down ice cream cones, once armed, will hold the power of 90 Hiroshimas, meant to destroy everything I hold precious in this world. And they barely come up to my waist. They remind me of the orange safety cones we put at the ends of streets so the kids can ride their bikes. Security guard says, I run down the corridor to the non-destructive testing area. What I see turns my blood to ice. Mom says, everything is moving in slow motion like a dream. I raise my hammer in both hands and bring it down on the black nose cone with all my might. It makes a sound louder than I expect, deep echoing. The others are banging too. Security guard says, banging off and on. Sounds like weird bongo music. Then I hit the gold one. It makes a lighter sound, like a bell calling people to church. You swing that at me and I'll break your neck. Whoa, it under my chin. It hurts. This is real. I've damaged it. I can damage it. I can destroy it. I raise my hammer again and bring it down harder than I thought possible and bang like hell on both of them. What they do next, I can't describe. Some kind of red liquid all over. Blood in baby bottles. The others are spraying blood on the nose cones, on documents, on the floor. I couldn't. The symbol of my kids' blood, the blood these weapons were designed to shed, was too much. It looked like a massacre. We drop the hammers and hold hands. We start singing. I'm filled with, I don't know, exhilaration, joy, complete and total freedom. I have never felt so released in all my life, like I'm flying through the air, through space, and I'm expanding. The banged up inventory, the torn documents, the smell of blood, the whole thing takes maybe 5 minutes, but it's like my whole life is crashing down in front of me, and then it's over. They're lined up and handcuffed, smiling. I'm asked to identify them. That one, her. She wielded her hammer with both hands. You enjoyed that. Oh my God, yes. Yes, I did. The only thing, I'm running out of time, but the only thing I really do want to say is I write plays in order to learn about things that I don't know. And one of the major things that I learned writing this play was about the nature of activism and the sacrifice that it entails. That people like Molly have a steadfast integrity that makes their actions logical to them, although maybe insane to others. And I'm thinking of Joan of Arc, though I know Molly doesn't want to be compared to a saint. Actually, an early title I thought of was maybe Saint Molly. And Liane said, no, Molly's not like that. She sees herself as an ordinary woman, and that's the point, that ordinary people should and can take action and make change. But I would argue Molly is special. Maybe she started out ordinary, but she certainly ended up extraordinary. So that's all I'm going to say. It's like we have 15 minutes left, so we're going to have question and answer now. So if Molly and Liane will join us at the chairs, we can take any questions you guys might have. So anybody have any questions? Oh yeah, right. Okay. Well, you guys, you have the, is it on? Okay. Is this on? Can you go? Difficulties. No? Yes? Yes? So Liane Norman and Molly Rush, do you want to say a few words first, or you just want to say anything, Molly?
Gee, she makes me sound good. We live just a couple blocks from Tammy, which is really around the corner from us, and we take care of our daughter and son-in-law's little dog on weekdays when they're at work. And I walked over one day to Tammy's house to leave a copy of a new book of poems that I'd written. And now every time we pass her house, he wants to go to the door to say we'd be glad to answer questions, even when
Yeah.
Molly and Liane, on April 4th of this year, 7 people went onto a nuclear plant in Kings Bay, Georgia, and it was the 100th Plowshares action, and yours was the first. Did you ever have any idea what you were starting?
Absolutely not. The interesting thing is those that participated included Liz Berrigan, who's Phil's wife, widow now, and the daughter of the granddaughter of Dorothy Day on behalf of work. So it was quite a group. They are in jail now, quite a tribe.
sure how to ask this, but you know, given your experience with Plowshares and seeing where we are today, what kind of thoughts go through your head about what's needed, what you wish you could do today?
Yeah, I'm not ready to do very much right now, but my husband died in June, so I'm still, you know, finding out who I am now. But there was a period where it seemed after the Soviet Union collapsed that maybe things weren't quite as bad. And so people weren't paying much attention. Today, I think one thing that our president has done is to open the door to the reality of nuclear weapons with the back and forth between North Korea. And so I think people are thinking about it. There's a group at the Thomas Merton Center who started recently. It's the anti-war group, but they have a campaign against the investment that PNC Bank is making in weaponry. And I think that's, you know, the kind of thing I'd like to see happen. Liane and I participated in the 1980s for, what, 10 years? In the River City campaign. And we were at Westinghouse headquarters downtown every week. We met every Wednesday night. We went to the campaign, down to the campaigners, down at the Westinghouse thing. We had a different leaflet every week, which we handed out. Actually, a lot of Westinghouse employees still